Hey there, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to the Nook. This week's workout of the week is a yoga flow with no chaturangas. If you don't know what a chaturanga is, no worries. You don't have to do them anyways. But a chaturanga is when you go through that flow, when you're in a push-up position, then you shine your heart forward, and then it's back. So this is for people that have wrist issues, elbow issues. Maybe you're just not in the mood for a chaturanga. We're gonna start standing. We'll still get our heart rate up, just in a different way. Start at the top of your space, whether you're on a yoga mat or not. Big toes touch, little space between those heels. Inhale those arms straight up, and then exhale, forward fold over straight-ish legs. As deep as a knee bend as you need as we get warmed up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, one vertebrae at a time, roll it to the top. Shoulders roll back and down as your head's the last to come up. Two more like that. Inhale it up. Exhale it over. Inhale, half. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, shoulders go back and down. Inhale, tall. Exhale, fall. Inhale, half. Exhale, refold. This time reverse that swan dive. So more core, more strength. Lift up tall, grab that left wrist, lean it to the right. Kick those hips over to the left side, back to center, reach for the right wrist. Pull it to the left, kick those hips out to the right. Inhale it up, then add a back bend. Re-extend and fold it over. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold, step it back to plank or your modified plank. So in plank, I have a straight line from my heels to my head. In my modified plank, my hips are dropped. From my knees to my head is that straight line. And then no matter where you are, hold and breathe. And then take that right hand to the left shoulder, left hand to the right shoulder. Switching back and forth. Engaging through your core, strengthening your shoulders. And if those legs are straight, straighten them more. Send the back of those knees towards the sky. Excellent job. One more each way. Down dog is our out. Send those hips high. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. This one we hold. Working your heels towards the earth. Think upside down letter V with your body. If you're experiencing shoulder stiffness, turn those hands out a little bit, maybe even widen them. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. And then inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step it through for crescent lunge. So lining up on a railroad track, not a tightrope. Drop those hips. You need the modification, that's okay. Drop the knee. Turn it into an Anjani Asana instead. You can stay up, stay up. Think, sink low through that right knee. Pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. And then for the balance challenge, gaze up. Circle those arms all the way down. Step it back, plank. This time we have reaches out. Reach the right hand out, tap. Left hand out, tap. Then switch back to the right. Once again, it can be done from the knees. Keeping your core nice and tight. Try to minimize that sway in your hips. I know it's hard to keep them totally still, but squeeze through your abs, squeeze through your glutes. One more each way. Down dog is your out. This time lift the left leg high. Exhale it through for that crescent variation. Knee up or knee down. And you find that deep knee bend, whatever that means for you, through that front leg, through that left leg, power up through the back. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward. And then arms and go up if you're ready. Circle those arms around and down. Step it back to plank. This time arms stay stationary. Step the right leg out and then the left. Right comes in, left comes in. Left comes out, right, back in, and back out. Keep the step, or turn it into a plank jack. Hopping soft on those toes. If you're on a yoga mat, think both feet come off, and then both feet come on. Keep your hips low, and then check in. Make sure those shoulders stay over those wrists. It's just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, downward facing dog. Inhale back to that right side. This time step it on the outside of both hands. So it goes on the outside of the right hand for our lizard. Don't worry, we're not here long. If you need to drop the back knee, drop the back knee. If you can keep it up, and you'll see why in a moment. Step it back to plank, and then step that left leg up on the outside of the left hand. Once again, if you need to drop, drop. You can stay up, stay up. And here comes the motion. Hit step together, right, step together, left. Keeping the step or switching it out. Little hop, switch. Maybe take out that bounce, switch. It's just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Drop those knees. Wrap those arms around. Reach for your heels. And drop your head. Breathe. Re-extend your arms. Come on up through table. Tuck those toes right back to that downward facing dog. This time lift the left leg high first. We're gonna step it through for warrior 2. So turn that back heel down. If you're on a yoga mat, your foot is parallel. Deep knee bend, once again through this front leg. Making sure your knee's over your ankle. Foot is straight out in front. Back one, parallel to your space. Reach it out, arms are straight and strong. Shoulders stacked over hips. And then gaze out towards your front finger. And breathe and hold. Last breath, can you sink a little bit lower? And everything comes up. You're gonna switch over to the other side. Turn that opposite foot, parallel. Turn the other one and find your warrior 2 on the other side. Deep knee bend, straight strong back leg, think parallel to your space. Arms are really active, they're not here. They're really powered up. Shoulders over those hips, gaze out front, and breathe. Last breath, can you sink a tiny bit lower? And then come on up. This time turn both sets of feet, all 10 toes, face them out. Reach up so you're in the X shape, and then it's straight down and lift up. Pull it down, think elbows behind you, really make them active. Pulling straight, those hips, that tailbone towards the earth, keeping your chest lifted. For 3, 2, stay down and hold. 1, hands go gently behind the ear, and it's a tip one way and then the other. You want to make this harder, come up on your toes. Heels are lifted, but don't let your hips lift. I'm gonna set my heels down today. That didn't feel great, so I'm gonna go back a step. My one ankle is talking to me. I'm gonna listen. Keeping your chest open. The game is not to touch your elbow to your leg. If you can, great, but don't come up and don't close off that angle of the chest. One more each way. Back to center, and then stand it up. Turn all 10 toes, face the same direction. Forward, forward fold, prasarita. Letting your head hang heavy. Stay wherever you are. I'm going to back up a little bit just so you can see where we're going with this. Reach those hands out in front, and then shift your weight into your hands. Shift your weight into your toes, and maybe you just go there, and then come back. Weight goes in your heels, lean it back, feel the stretch. Reach it forward, maybe come up to your tippy toes, and then come on back. Heels. Continue this. If you'd like a little bit more and you'd like to do some handstand hops today, join me for some handstand hops. Both legs bend, and it's a little airborne. Little airborne, jumping up. We just got 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, that one wasn't pretty, 2, and 1. Prasarita, forward fold. And then Skandasana, so bend through your right leg. It can be low. Full Skandasana, you come on down, hands to your heart. Modification, you're just higher. You can be here, side lunge. All we're doing is feeling that stretch through that opposite leg. And then hands or no hands, switch over to the other side. High or low. This time, bring your hands down, dragonfly twist, planting that hand down, lifting it up towards the sky. And then walking it down, walking it over, dragonfly twist other side, stretching out those hips, stretching out your upper arm right as high as you can. And then coming back through center, dropping those knees. We're ending in frog today, so wide knees. Your heels line up behind your knees, and then you fold it forward. I'm just gonna back up just a little bit. So on your forearms, you can rest your forehead on your hands. We're not here long. Try to get into it and just breathe. Your chest can come to the earth and those arms can come out, one ear to the side. I'll tell you when we're halfway through so you can switch. If you're looking one way, face the other. Connect your other ear to the earth and breathe. Using your hands, press out of this however you can. Sometimes it just feels good to wiggle on forward. And then have a seat. Very comfortably, inhale it up. Drop the left hand down, reach it over. Back to center, drop the other down, reach it over. Back to center. Hands meet at the top, drag your hands right down to heart center. And as always, I encourage you to thank yourself for showing up. It is not always easy, but you made it to your mat. You made it through a 15-minute yoga flow. Hope so that you can go have a great day. I'll see you next week.